guys know that how exactly WhatsApp is handling that much amount of data? Normal people never think about WhatsApp storage or database, but we are programmers, we do it every day. Every second we think that how exactly it is working and handling that much amount of data in every second. Welcome back, it's me Rajan Sharma, and in this video guys we are going to discuss about this WhatsApp architecture, about of sharing images, videos, text messages, that how exactly it is making all the data available in offline, online. Okay, so without wasting time, let's start. We are programmers, okay, so we create applications, we connect it with database, we deploy it, okay, and then we handle bugs and so many things because we are programmer. So there is always one thought comes in our brain that how exactly these big chatting or social media giants handle that much amount of data. Okay, so in this video we will talk about WhatsApp. So guys, we all use WhatsApp in our daily life, and you can say that it is a very good application, and it makes you able to read messages, okay, from offline. So when we create application chat like Chat or chat app using Firebase, so we are storing text messages in real-time database. Okay, so we need internet for accessing that data inside our application. Fine, but in case of WhatsApp is storing those text messages inside MySQL. Okay, it means that every user's text messages, images, videos, or whatever data they download, they receive, it is stored inside MySQL data. Okay, so even if the device is offline, still you will be able to access your chats, your videos, your images. So that is how WhatsApp handle. Okay, what exactly WhatsApp do? For example, if you will send image from, if I will send image to someone, so that image is sent to the server. Okay, now it is uploaded in the server, and when the receiver will go online, so they will download that image, and when the moment they downloaded that image, okay, so now the image is downloaded, and here I will see that blue tick that the user have seen the image. So after the receiver downloaded the image and sender, I already have that image. So after that receiving, the WhatsApp will remove that image from the server. Okay, so they only hold images for the time when the receiver is offline or the data is not delivered. After the data is delivered to the receivers and they remove it from the storage. Fine, so that is how WhatsApp is not storing any image in their server, only for the time when the receiver is offline and the data is not delivered. The moment the data is delivered and the device send back the response that the image, video, document, whatever file you are sharing is downloaded, so that moment it is removed from the server. Now it is stored inside your local device, inside your phone storage. That is why guys, whenever you will open the WhatsApp, you will go in app info and you will click on the button storage. So you will see that WhatsApp is taking 1.5 GB, 2 GB, 3 GB, 4 GB, 5 GB storage of your phone. Why? Because they are storing all the data inside your phone. They are not storing it on their server. Okay, because if they will start storing every photo or you can say every user's data on the server, then you cannot imagine that how much server WhatsApp will need. Fine. So for handling that much of data, that vast amount of data, WhatsApp do using this architecture. Okay, so I send something from here, it is uploaded on server, and it will be on server unless it is delivered to the receiver side. The moment it is delivered to the receiver side, now it will be removed from the server. Fine, now receiver and I have those data inside our phone local storage, so we can access it even when the WhatsApp or the device is offline. You guys, when doesn't matter that your device is online or offline, if you will open WhatsApp, so you will see all the messages, images, videos, whatever data you have shared or you have received, you will see. How? Because it is stored in your local device. So that is the exactly thing that we are going to do in this tutorial. Okay guys, so what I will do, in the chatted application, I will add this feature, so you will be able to, and I will show you, and we will do the coding part. Okay, I will not only show you the codes, we will do everything step by step, so you guys will get to understand everything, you will get to know everything. Okay, so first of all, what we will do, we will share image. Fine, then it will be uploaded in the storage, then receiver will receive it. So the moment receiver will receive it and they will download it inside their phone, so we will create a separate folder. Okay, and then when the image is received and it is downloaded, now we will send a response to the server that the receiver received the image they have downloaded. So guys, now the image is you can say stored in their local storage, so they don't need to fetch it again. Okay, now maybe they need to fetch the data again, but the good thing here is After the download of from the receiver's end, we can literally remove the image from firebase storage. Fine, because the moment we will receive the signal that receiver get the image, we can remove it from the storage and it will save a lot of data. Okay, because for example that if you are having a small scale app, you have 5 or 10,000 users, then it's fine, you can have. But for example, if you have 1 lakh 2 lakh users, then you know it will be very costly if you will store all the images. Okay, and you have to retrieve it every time in the database, from database inside the application, so it will increase the costing of your database. So when you will implement this method, so you can save your storage. Okay, so the moment receiver will get the image, the image will be removed from the you can say server. It is the image is stored in sender's phone, in receiver's phone, but they will still need to turn on their phone mobile data, because the text messages are stored in real-time database. But that is not an issue, because real-time database takes very less amount of storage, because it is just text part. Okay, so that is how we are going to make the firebase storage, we will use it less, and we will create more efficient application. And for the developers, this trick is really going to help, because it will save you a lot of money, and you can create applications like WhatsApp, because now you understand that WhatsApp is not storing everything that we share. Okay, you guys also have seen that WhatsApp sometimes asks that to allow backup. So when you allow that backup, that is the moment when all your images and storage videos are stored in the server. Okay, and using your Google Drive. So that is how WhatsApp is handling that much amount of data. So same thing we are going to do in this tutorial, guys. So if you don't have to skip any part of the video, just watch all the steps, all the code. And if you guys face any errors, you can ask me in comment section, you can ask me on Instagram, Facebook, I'm available on Telegram. And for the guys, for the source code, you just simply have to join the membership. Click on the join button, join membership, and you will get all the source code. Okay guys, so without wasting time, let's start. So guys, first of all, we will start from this. So you can see that this is our chatted application. Okay, and this is message item, and this is activity message, and you are familiar with all these code that I'm showing in this that we are going to work on. Okay, so you can see that this is our message item. Fine, and here we have our linear layout as a parent layout. So guys, now exactly here we are going to again use a linear layout. Okay, and then you have to write linear layout, and then after that wrap content, and again wrap content, because it is just going to be for downloading image purpose. So we will simply let it horizontal. Okay, and then after that you have to go for background, that is going to be r back, means receiver's back. Okay, and then we are going to with padding right, that is going to be 20 dp. And now visibility, it will be gone by default, but for now you just have to leave it null, so we can see the layout file. And then here you have to give the id, llr id is also mandatory, so please make sure you give it. Okay, and now we have this linear layout with all the values. Yes, so guys, now after this linear layout, we are going to have an image button and a text view inside it. Okay, so first of all, an image button, that is going to be, so उस room में जाओ. So this we have a image button. Fine, and you will make it wrap content. Wrap content padding will be 10 dp, and then background will be transparent, so you just have to write Android transparent. Okay, and now we have to add src and id. So id is going to be, guys, download r download underscore btn. Okay, and then after that, the last thing, that is src, means source. Okay, so for that you can simply leave it. And now here you have to click on the dropable, and the src is going to be download button, so click on this and search for down, and now we have download. So I would like to go with this download button, and then okay, and then next, and then finish. So now we have the download button. So here I will give the src, that download file download, and now you can see the icon is visible here. Okay, so here we have the icon. Fine, and if you want you can make it 9 dp, but make sure you give some padding so it will give a good layout feel to the user. So now we have this image button, so now it's time for us to use another image button. Okay, so what you are going to do here is you just have to simply copy this one. Okay, control plus C, and then paste it again, control plus V, and this time guys you will need another drawable layout that will be similar to download, because this time we need an icon which we will show when the file is successfully downloaded. Okay, so simply write download, and here we have file download successful. So I'm going to use this one, and then file download done. Fine. So simply finish this one, find download finish, and then change it that file download done. And now we have another, so it's, you can see that it is showing as black color. Okay, so actually I'm gonna do is I will open this drawable file, and then file download done. You just have to open this, and you guys always have to remove this tint. Okay, because if the color is not working, so you just have to remove that line and then it will work. You can see that now it is of white color. Okay guys, so now we have these two icons, and make its id should be r expand btn. So when the user will click on this button, so we will take the user in another activity, and where we will show the text message and that image. Okay. So by doing that way, it will be easy to implement this functionality. That's why. Okay. And then after that, we just have to use a text view. And so for that, you just have to simply write text view, ref content, no doubt. Then text will be file name, whatever file, whatever image name user want to give while sending, we will receive it here. Then text color, definitely it is going to be color white. Okay, then layout gravity, can give center, and now we think id. So guys, id is going to be careful while giving id. So I am just adding r, prefix, because I just want to let you know while giving the reference you can understand that it is a reference for receivers and okay, receivers layout file. So that is why here you have to give r file name underscore m means message item, file name means image file name, text view, and r means receivers layout. So that is the pattern you should follow while giving the id, so it will be easy for you while giving the reference. Okay, so that's why I'm doing that. And now we have this layout gravity, text, text color, almost yeah, everything is done. So now we have this file here. So guys, make sure that you have to give this buttons visibility should be gone. It will not be visible, because we will make it visible when user will successfully download the file. Okay, if the file is not downloaded, it will not be visible. So guys, now here what you can do is you can simply wrap this linear layout, copy it. Okay, and then you just have to paste it before this last. So here you can see that we have another file. Okay, and this time open this linear layout, and then guys, here you just have to add one more you can say extra line, so it will just simply go in the right side. Okay, so here in this linear layout, you just have to make it LLS, because it will be for the linear layout sender, linear layout receiver. And visibility, for now you just have to wait for it, and now you have to give the layout gravity and make it right, so it will go to the right side. And then you have to make it S back, sender's back, so it will change like that. And now after that guys, you just have to make it S download btn. Here guys, you can see that we have this download button. Okay, and guys, in this part we don't need this expand button. Okay, so just simply remove it. Okay, and then here guys, you just have to make it instead of r you have to use as file name, so you can understand it while giving the reference that it is senders related file. Okay, so now we have almost completed the layout file coding. And wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, sorry. So, sorry. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Sorry guys, wait for a second. So you can see that this is the, first layout file. Okay, so that was my mistake. So because I'm recording it after a day, so actually I forgot that where I left. So you know guys, you can see that this is the first layout file. So here we need that r expand button because it is receivers expand, okay. And we also need here r download button, okay. And then after that we need that r file name text view, okay. And now that here we have the text view for message. Now guys, you have to remove the button in linear layout number 2, okay. So here you can see that I left the visibility part for so we can see the layout file that what exactly we are creating. And this time guys, in the second layout you have to remove this expand button, and you have to change this file name to s file name m. Fine. So now guys, you can see that our coding part is almost complete. Now first of all, make sure that you give the reference very correctly, because while giving I mean IDs, you can see that it is LLS, means linear layout for sender. So by following that pattern for ID, you can understand. Now you just have to simply make it gone, and also this first linear layout gone. Now we have completed the message item coding, okay. So now we can proceed with the layout file that is called I guess job preview. So exactly we what we will do with that is you know, for example, you will pick any image, so you just need to see that which image you have picked, and also with that you need to see if you, in case if you want to add some text with that image, so you can do that thing, okay. So here exactly what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply create another layout file. So just click on this layout file and then go on this new, then layout resource file guys, and here you have to give it name like or you can say draw preview. Sorry, we cannot start with caps, so draw underscore preview, okay guys. So now you can simply click on enter, and you just have to wait until the file is created, and you can see that good news is the file is successfully created. So now guys, after that here you just have to create you can say a image view, two buttons for upload, for remove, and edit text for the, you can say yeah, for any name that you want to give to that image, and one progress bar in order to see the show the progress. Fine. So now what exactly here we're gonna do is yeah, first of all I will just make it linear layout, because it's quite easy for me. I mean control plus Z. I like coding in that layout because you just only need to give the orientation and boom, everything is simple. Okay. Now orientation, that is going to be vertical obviously, and then guys here you just simply have to use the image view, that is going to be match parent. Height is going to be I guess 500 dp or 400 dp will be fine, okay. So now we have this. Then guys we need to give the id, so here you just have to simply write is id. So basically you just have to understand the layout file, okay. So draw preview, so you can simply give preview underscore iv, it means preview image view, okay. Iv means image view. So I always give IDs like that so we can understand while giving the reference, so it's not so confusing, because when you create a big application, so there are so many IDs, so many buttons, text views, so this way will make it easier. So now we have given the ID, and almost scale type you can give fit xy, okay, because I just want to see the complete picture what exactly I'm sharing. And then there is no, close it. So that is all for now. So now we have this image view, fine. And then after that here we just need an edit text, so that will be again going to be match parent, height is going to be wrap content, hint is going to be anything with okay. So now here after that I would like to add some padding. 2 dp is fine I guess. And it is showing this like that, padding 2 dp. So in case if I want to give margin 2 dp, so how exactly it will react? Let me make it 5. That's okay. So guys, now we have 5 dp, and now we need id, that is going to be et, means edit text underscore preview. So again you will understand that it is about preview. Now we have to give the text color, that's gonna be color black definitely, okay. And then you can close it. So now we have that in text image view. Now after that we need two buttons and one progress bar, you can say. Yep. So in case of progress bar, you can use a progress bar, or you can simply create a progress dialog, but it's fine, we are going to use a progress bar because that is easy to code I guess. Okay, so now here we are again going to use a linear layout, fine. That is going to be match parent, height is going to be wrap content, and guys orientation is going to be this time horizontal, you just have to give, and then after that close it. And then here guys I will use a button that is going to be match parent, height will be wrap content, and text is going to be here we will use the remove part, and then id is going to be x id, that is going to be preview underscore remove btn, preview remove btn, fine. And then I'm going to use a little bit of margin like 2 dp, so it will just make it little bit, it will add some space from the layout. And id text and then layout weight, that is going to be 1 definitely, then close it. So now after that you just have to simply copy this btn button, or you can simply click on Control plus D. So now you can see that we will use that this one for uploading the file. So here you just have to give the reference again, like preview upload btn. Okay guys, so now I have given the reference, and I can see that we have basically two buttons. Okay, and now we have this complete layout file. So just after that, here you can simply use a progress bar. Okay, so we can use rep content, no doubt. Then ID, that is going to be PV progress bar. Sorry, ID that is going to be PV means progress bar underscore preview. Then visibility. Um, for now, leave it. And gravity, you can say sorry, center. It's okay. Then margin top 5 dp, and then okay, fine, so close it. So now we have given the id, and now it's time for the visibility, so you can simply make it gone for now, gone or invisible, whatever you like. So guys, you can see that our layout file is looking pretty simple. Okay, so nothing is quite complicated, everything is just simple, sober. Okay, so you can just make changes in this layout part. Okay, it's all up to you that how exactly you want to show it to the user. Okay, in my case that I'm just showing you the demo tutorials. Okay, you will get understanding that how can we actually share images using local storage. So you just so the burden of the storage, I mean server, will reduce. So that is the main aim, and just your app deployment, or you can say app development, will be cheaper than normal. Fine. So now we have created the drop review file successfully. So now it's time to focus on other files that I guess yeah. So now it's time to open the message activity. That is the main important activity. And first of all, guys, here what I'm going to do is I'm just simply click on this text view, and I'm going to remove it. I personally don't like it. You can show this message end-to-end encryption in some elsewhere, okay, because in the middle it's not giving a good impression to the user. Fine. So now this is our message activity java xml class xml file. So guys, I'm just showing all this code because in my previous tutorials I haven't shown the codes, and I think my viewers don't like this thing, so some of them also commented. So that's why I'm just showing to complete. So this tutorial is going to be super simple, and you just have to follow all the steps that I'm going to do. So now you can see that here we have this send image VTN. So you just have to simply copy this VTN, Control plus C. Okay, guys, and then here you have to paste it. So now we will have this to send VTN. So here you just have to give the ID img VTN. Then click on this drawable and simply here new, then vector asset, and then after that click on this icon. And here you have to search for image 24, then next, then finish. And then after that here you have to give this image 24. So now we have image 24, and you can see that its color is a little bit gray, but we want it to be black. So what exactly I'm going to do is I'm simply open this file, and I will remove this tint line from here. Okay guys, so now it's white, so I will make it black, fine. So it's now black. So now we have this we can say btn. Okay, so that is all for this message activity. So guys, now it's time to open the message model, because guys, for sharing images we need two more parameters in message model and message model. Okay, so actually, yes. So I just, like I said, that we need two more parameters, and those parameters are going to be URL and type. Okay, so URL, for the URL where we will store when we will upload that image. So we need a download URL for that image. So we will store that value inside this URL parameter or a string. Okay, object. And for the type, because we are having two types of messages like images and text. So we just need that type with that image or text. So we can understand, we can get to know that this is an image file, so we will show it as an image. And if the text is txt, so we will understand that it is a text message, so we will show it as a text message. Fine. So yeah. So yeah, so now what exactly? Yes, so after adding, you just have to simply click write string URL, string type, and then you all you have to do is simply select these options if you want. And okay, so you just have to select these two, then alt plus insert. I'm telling you alt plus insert. Then here you have to click on this getter and setter, control plus A and enter. Fine, so it will create the methods. Here you can see public, and here you can see the other codes of the class 2. It is just getter and setters. It's creating very easy. You just have to select alt plus insert, getter and setter, control plus A, enter. Khatam. Everything will work. So now this is a code of message model. You just have to increase these two childs, URL and type. Now after that, here inside this, we will come here in this. You can say message view holder. That is the important part. But for now, I think we should focus on message activity because we just have to first upload the image, then we can handle the retrieving part. Okay, guys. So now, first of all, here you just have to open this message activity, and you can see that we have this private image URI. So you just have to create a variable for that. Okay. And then after that, we need firebase storage and storage reference variables. You just have to, don't forget to add these two also. Fine. And anything that I'm not missing anything. Yeah. So you just have to add these variables. Then after that, you have to give the reference storage reference equals to firebase storage dot get instance dot get reference. Don't worry, guys. I will show you the coding part. This is just a reference. Okay, one line code you can write. And yeah, fine. So now after that, also give the reference for this call btn. And here you can see that we have this image button called btn, and here we have this image btn. Okay, so you just also have to give the image btn reference. So here simply write image btn equals to find view id r dot id dot img btn semicolon. And for the more, you can simply click on this and you will understand the reference img btn. Okay, so guys, now after giving the reference of this image btn, we can proceed to the java part, exact java part of our coding. Okay, yes. So, and one more thing, guys, here we need to do is here you can see that this is our database reference for real-time database. Here you have to create a database reference that will of name image download. Fine. And then you will come inside this on create. So here you just have to give the reference image download database dot get reference download. Okay. And what is this database? My viewers should understand it. What is this database? It is a reference of Firebase database. I mean, instance. We are just giving it. Now that is the coding part of previous tutorials. Okay, so you just have to watch those 4 videos that I published before this video, so you will understand, you will have better understanding of whatever I'm doing here. And now we have this send btn. Okay, so exactly what here we have to do is just like I said that we have to add two more parameters, URL and type. So here, guys, in this send part, actually we are sending the text messages. There is no role of image here. So you just have to simply write one line, that is model dot set type txt. Okay, so we can understand it is a text message. That's all. And then after that, set type txt. Okay, and that is all for now you have to do. And then here, yeah, in the list model coding part, you don't have to make any changes. Yeah, as you can see that I'm scrolling down, so you can see all the codes. Okay, that is super simple thing, not anything complex. That is a button for call btn. So now after that call btn part, now it's time for us to work with the image part. Okay, so now here you just have to simply write first of all image btn dot set on click listener, then new and view on click listener. Okay, guys, and now inside this view on click listener, we will simply create the code for picking image. So I guess we have the code for picking image in the activity. Okay, in which activity? In profile activity, or yes, profile activity. I guess we have image picking code here as well. I guess it is an update photo, something class like that. Photo, image activity here. So here we have the code actually. So it's better to copy than coding. So you can see the everything that what exactly the code is. Okay. It's not a very complicated thing, guys. You know, if you think that I'm just copy pasting, it is very simple thing. Okay. So if you have followed my tutorial from the beginning, so you will understand these basic codes. So it is just an intent that we are using action pick intent. Okay. For picking media, and the media type should be image. So it will be an image. Okay guys, and then I can remove that. Okay, so now we have this now. Okay, fine. And in case if you want, so fine, that's so now we have this image button, I mean image picking code. Now we can proceed with that. So just after this bracket, okay, come here and simply search for on activity result, and inside it on activity result we are going to simply do the validation that if request code equals to 1 1. So if request code equals to 1, and then our second parameter, that is going to be result code equals to result okay, result code equals to result okay. Okay, if result code equals to okay, and then again double, I don't know what we call this, straight lines, data not equals to null, then data not equals to null, then data dot get data, data dot get data not equals to null. So actually we are just simply validating that we have picked any file or not. So that is the only thing. Okay, yeah, and in the else part you can simply show those message. And one more thing guys, okay, you, if it's better if you will use try and catch before this if part. Okay, because for example that if you clicked on that image button for picking an image, and then suddenly you changed your mind, you didn't pick an image, and when you will come back, so application will crash. Okay, because here we are adding the code that if we picked any image, so we will do that thing, but in the else part we have not done anything. So it's better to use try and catch. Okay, so if you will not pick any image, it will show those message that no files picked. That's easy, super simple. So now here you can see that in the variable declaration part we have declared the image URI in the beginning. So you just have to simply click on write image URI dot data dot get data and semicolon. Okay guys, so now here we have that image URI dot get data. Now guys, here we are going to create a method that is going to be preview. Okay, and it's the parameter is going to be image URI then semicolon. Okay, and you can also give preview img, then click on red bulb, create method preview img. Now we have preview img. Now come back in this on activity created result, sorry. So now after that preview image guys, here we will create a method convert media URI to path. So guys, the aim behind creating this method image URI will be the parameter. So we just need to get the path of the file that we are picking. And why I'm doing this, because for example that in my phone or in my you can say mobile or coding devices, the pick, and you can say the path from where I'm picking the image. So actually for example that the way that I'm going to do in you can say that saving of the images in local storage. So sometimes different devices may have different path. So when you will do that thing, so what it will simply do, so when you will receive any image for testing part, for example that the code that is working for me, in case if it is not working for you, so what you have to do, you just have to share an image. Okay, and then from different account you just have to download that image. And when you will download that image, and next time when you will pick that image, you will see the path of that image, so you can understand that where you have to save the image in order to retrieve it from local devices. So you will understand everything that why I'm doing it, fine. And for now click on this red bulb, and then after this guys, you can simply show the toast message, and this toast is only for the purpose so you can get to know that what is the convert media URI. For getting the path of any image file from its URI, what exactly here you have to write, simply write a string, then we will make it an array.
And the array name will be project equals to braces media store media, then store, then dot, then images, then dot, then data, images dot media dot data, caps data, and now after that data semicolon, and then here you have to write is cursor, then cursor, then equals to get content resolver, get content resolver, get content resolver, and then here you will pass query that is going to be URI. Okay, so here basically we need to pass the image URI, the URI that we have, and then again proj, then here you have to write null, then again null, then again null, then semicolon, then enter, then integer here, then you have to write column underscore index equals to cursor dot get column index or throw, then here you have to pass media store dot images dot media dot data, then semicolon, then cursor, then dot move to first semicolon, then string that's going to be the path equals to cursor dot get string, then column index, then semicolon, then cursor dot close, then return path. So guys, this was complete thing. Yeah, you just have to make it public string. Okay, so public string convert media to URI, URI image, URI, everything is almost correct, I guess. Yeah. So now it will show this return path in error. So you just have to click on red bulb. String. 1 minute. Okay, I think everything is same. String project string. Yeah, so guys, by I'm just doing this so you can get the path from any image URI. For example, that if you downloaded the image and you stored in a particular folder inside the local storage, and for retrieving the image you are not able to fetch that image, so what you can do, the file that you have downloaded from chat application, next time when you will select that image, so you will get to see the path in the toast message. You have next time you can simply give that path. Okay, so you will retrieve that local image from the local storage. Okay, so that is actually for a testing purpose. Yeah, now you can see that it is working pretty good. Okay, well, actually this line is not required, but for the tutorial purpose I'm showing this. When you will make this application for real world, okay, just don't write this toast message. Now inside after this convert media URI to path, now we will code inside this preview image. Okay guys, so here you just have to simply write layout inflator equals to layout inflator, then dot from, then here you have to pass message activity, that is our parent activity, then dot this, then here after that we will create a view instance, view equals to inflator dot inflate, then here r dot layout dot date draw preview, that is our file name, and then here you have to pass null. Okay, then semicolons after that null, and now here we will give the reference for all the things that we are using. So first of all, we are using image view, simply write image view equals to view dot find view id r dot id dot preview iv. Okay, then semicolon, and then we can simply copy it and control plus d, then we can simply control plus d. image view. Next thing is button, that is remove btn, that will be preview remove btn, that will be for the upload btn, preview upload btn. The next thing we are using is a progress bar pb, short form pb preview. So and after that, the last thing that we need is edit text. Then uh, edit text equals to view dot find by id r dot id dot et preview. Now we can see that we have given all the references. Now we will create the alert dialog. So simply write alert dialog, then alert dialog equals to new alert dialog dot builder, and actually you have to write that builder here, builder. And then inside this you just have to pass the parent activity, that is message dot this, and now then here dot set view, that will be the view, and then again then dot create, so it will create the dot create, so it will create the layout file, I mean draw preview on the screen. Okay, so now after that we will simply use the Picasso for loading the image. Picasso dot get dot load image URI dot into image view. Okay, and now after that we'll handle the remove btn first. So set on click listener new dot view on click listener. So when the user will click on it, so we will simply write as alert dialog dot dismiss. Okay, no operations required on this button click. Now we will click on this upload btn dot set on click listener, then new, then view on click listener. Okay, so when the user will simply upload that, so we can get to know. So inside it, first of all, we will get the edit text string from the edit text. So you can simply write image name equals to edit text dot get text dot to string dot trim. Okay, and then here we will simply make it encode message equals to encode dot encode. For the codes of this encode class, you just have to join membership or PayPal, or UPI, Google Pay, Phone Pay, everything will work. So you will get the source code. You guys don't have to share your card information with YouTube. You can simply, if you are from India and you have the UPI, PayPal, so you can simply send money on those things. Okay, and then PV dot set visibility visible. So guys, now after that, here we need a code for uploading image and then getting its URL from after uploading. So for that part, you can simply open this image activity because we are already uploading image here. So we can take some part of coding, and yes. So guys, here you can see that you just have to copy code from this final storage reference. Okay, so copy the code from this final, do this bracket, open message activity and paste it, and then everything is pretty good. We'll close it, and then we will simply move it, control plus Z. I guess I removed something, or additional add-on success listener add-on. So while deleting the codes, be very 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 careful, because you never know that what you are doing. So see, just like I said, that we never know what we are doing. Okay, now there is no error. Yes, why it is showing yes, the error is gone. So guys, you can see that we have copied the codes. okay, and you will understand from this. When user will click on the upload button, so first of all we will take the string edit text data from the edit text, okay, then we will encode that message, then we will make the progress bar visible, fine. Then here we have this final storage reference that I already shown you above, that how you have to declare the reference. Then here we are using upload task, okay. So now after that, here we will use this coding task, URI upload task, continue with task. Guys, this complete code is available on Firebase documentation. When you will open the link that upload images in Firebase storage, and you will go for the documentation and you will click on the GitHub link, so you will see this complete code, complete part of code, okay. This is not something that you will only get here, but if you will join the membership, so it will be better for you, because you don't have to be confused, you don't have to deal with the confusion, okay. So now here after that, add on completion listener, so we need to code inside this part, okay. Yeah, so now we have this URI download URI task dot, okay. So now here first of all you have to write final, that is going to be final string, and that will be delete equals to string dot value of, and that's going to be system dot current values, and then semicolon. So now we have this final string value of system current values, okay. So from here guys, we are going to do is you just have to open the send button code, okay, because everything is available here, okay. So you just have to simply yeah, copy this code till here, control plus C till this send notification, and then after that copying here, you just have to come and paste it, and everything is pretty good. And I will tell you what changes you have to make. So just remove this string current values from here, okay, just make it delete, add this delete final string from here, and now make the type img, okay, and then model dot set url, that is going to be download url, download uri dot to string, okay. So you just have to add these two things, I guess, yes. So otherwise save time, receiver, sender, uid, everything is pretty same, yeah. So we need to add the url, and then here again make it img, and then our model dot set url dot set url download uri dot to string, and again remove this string value from here, because guys we need delete value to be same in all the childs, okay. And you just don't have to make any changes in these list models, okay. Why is showing red? Why it is showing red? Okay, so guys, now you can see that what exactly we need to do here is, this is all changes that you have to do. So guys, when the user will click on it, so we will upload the image, then after upload, when it is successful, so we will retrieve the download url here, okay. And now when you will get download url here, you have to set the type, you have to set the value of set url, and set type set url, okay. So add, you just have to add these two lines in the part coding, and then after that you don't have to make any changes in this list model, fine, it is just good. So now when you will save the values, so in the end we will make the alert dialog dot dismiss, okay, and progress bar dot set visibility gone again. So guys, now here our image uploading part is successfully completed, okay. So actually now guys, after that here we will create another method, and its name is save locally. So we need the codes for that. So simply inside this on start, okay. So I will simply write this private void, and here you have to write save locally, then, and here the parameters are going to be First parameter will be string and its name is delete. Second will be a URI, so it will be a URI symbol, or you can say URL. And third is going to be again a string, that is message. Okay, so now we are having this string method save locally. Okay, so just before that we can work with I guess so guys, now we will code inside this save locally. So first of all we'll use a progress dialog. Okay, so pd progress dialog equals to new progress dialog, and then here you have to pass the message act dot this, and then pd dot set title, or set title, that is loading, and then pd dot set message, that is going to be please wait, रुको जरा सबर करो, pd dot set, sorry, show. So now we have the progress bar. Okay, so now we will create a path for where we will store the images, and from there we can retrieve it. So our application's name is chatted. Okay, chatted slash, then plus. So now here we will give the name of the file decode dot message. Okay, and then here you have to write system current millis dot seconds, sorry, system dot current millis. Okay, then here plus, then dot jpeg semicolon. So guys, now you know that this is going to be our path. String path chatted slash decode dot message slash plus system dot current millis dot jpeg. Okay, now here we will use the downloading codes for downloading. So simply write download manager dot request. Okay, then request equals to new download manager dot request, and then here you have to write URI parse, simply write URL dot toString. Okay, and then here you have to add some properties like request set allowed network types. So write download manager, then dot request dot network Wi-Fi, and then second thing is mobile data dot request dot network mobile, then semicolon, and then here something is like title, so simply write set title, that is going to be our chat application's name, chat it. Okay, then request dot set description dot set description, that is going to be downloading image, and then request dot allow media scanner, then second request dot set notifications visibility, set notification visibility download manager dot request dot visibility visible notify completed semicolon, and then request dot set destination in external public directory. So now exactly guys, here we will store the path, so you just have to write as environment dot directory downloads, and then here you have to pass that path that we declared above, and then after that path coding part, here you have to write download manager equals to bracket download manager, then dot message activity dot this, then dot get system service context dot download service or semicolon, and then manager dot enqueue, then request. Okay guys, so this was complete coding part for the downloading file. Okay, and then toast message that downloading and now after that downloading part, here we will use a handler. Okay, So simply write handler equals to new handler dot post delete new runnable. Okay, and we can make it almost for 1 second. You can give as much as time you want, but in my case I'm just giving 1 second. So now after that, here you have to write map, and that will be the string, then object to write map equals to new hash map. So guys, basically here we are creating a hash map. With using that, we will update the URL value in database. So now we have that download URL, and instead of that download URL, we will save this download local storage path of that image. Okay, so now I hope you guys understanding that what exactly we are doing here. URL, and guys, in this value you just have to give the correct path that will be used when we will retrieve image from local storage. Okay, this path is stored in database. Okay, so when we will retrieve the text messages, so we will retrieve this path. So okay, so instead of retrieving image from server, we will simply pick that image from our local devices and we will show it to the user. Okay, so that is the easy way. Now here you have to give the path very carefully. Okay, so now inside it, first of all write slash, then storage spelling should be correct, no mistakes, emulated. Okay, then slash 0 slash download. Okay, then slash, then plus path. So guys, this is going to be our value that we will put in the database. Okay, and inside this folder we will store that image. Okay, and then we will be able to retrieve it. So now here you have to simply write query, then query equals to sref, then dot order by child, that is delete, then dot equals to delete. Okay, so these all the parameters that we already added above. Okay, so don't worry. Then query dot add value event listener, add listener for single value event, this value, this method, then new, then value event listener, and then in the last. So inside this you have to come this on data change and simply write for data snapshot, then data snapshot, then colon data snapshot again, or snapshot, yeah, dot get children. Okay, then braces, and inside this braces data snapshot, then dot get reference, dot update children, map. So we will replace the image URL path from our this local storage path. Okay, and then dot add value, add success listener, then new on success listener. Okay, so now here we are exactly updating the child, that it will simply run the query that send us reference order by child delete, and if it equals to the download value delete, so it will simply update the child. Okay, and then here you can show a toast message, very simple toast message, that image saved. Fine. So guys, now here after that you can also use a failure listener and you can show that image not saved. So that's up to you. And now here on site is on cancelled, or just after this on cancelled, I'm going to make it progress pd progress bar dot dismiss. You know the progress dialog that we made it visible in the beginning. So guys, now here one more thing that also you have to do is open your this Gradle build, and here guys you just have to add this permission for runtime permissions. Okay, so add this dependency. You can see I will provide its link in the description. Okay, gun 0912.ted colon ted permission colon 2.2.2. Okay, so you just have to add this dependency and then come back here and Now inside the, now we have this save locally method. Open this on start. So guys, inside this on start, you have to write permission listener. Okay, permission listener, then new permission listener. Yeah. So guys, when the permission is granted, so we don't have to do anything. Okay. But in case if user says no, we will not allow it. So you just have to simply show those message that some permissions are required. You cannot download file. Okay. And now after that, here you have to add some parameters like that permission dot width, which how many permissions you actually want. Message act dot this, first of all parent context. Okay. And then dot set permission listener, that is permission listener. Okay. And then dot set permissions. So first of all, basically we want permission for external storage, right? External storage. And then again we want permission for dot permission dot read external storage. Okay, so these two permissions we actually need. And then dot check. Okay. And then after that, open your manifest, android manifest.xml. Okay, and here you can see that you have to add these permissions also. So add all these permissions here and add dependency, then make it sync now successfully. And then after that, you have to implement this part of code, otherwise your application will crash when you will download any file. Okay, I mean images. So this one for now. And yeah, so guys, now here after this complete part of the coding, you just have to open, because guys now we are saving the images successfully. So now we can open this message view holder vh. And now, just as I told you in the beginning, that in the message model we have increased this to url and type. So you just have to do the same thing here. Here you can see that you have to increase model dot get url, model dot get type. You know, those my viewers who are watching me from a long time, from beginnings, they will understand that how this recycle adapter works. And then after that, writing these two lines of code, you just have to simply retrieve those two values. Okay, so you just have to retrieve this delete messages, and then you have to retrieve this url and key. Okay, so what is this key? Key is the reference inside which the message is stored. Okay guys, so this is a part of mtvs. When you will user will click on the message text, what it will do. So fine. Yes, so now after that we will handle the download receivers part. So what now, open this. Okay, and now we need to code inside this message view holder. So basically guys, we have increased three, you can say, image buttons. Okay, so first image button is for download r. Okay, then expand r. Okay, then download s. We have three buttons. Okay, and s download, sorry, yes, as download, expand r. So we have three image buttons. And then after that we have one more text view, that is file name s, file name r, file name s, file name r. Okay, so it's a pretty good thing, I guess. Yeah. And linear layouts, so linear layout lls underscore llr. And I guess now three image buttons, two text views, two linear layouts, that's all. And then here you have to give the reference for all of them. Okay, so we will start from the file name r equals to item view dot find your id, r dot id dot file name r receiver. Okay, then file name s equals to item view dot find your id, r dot id dot file name s semicolon. And now we have give the reference for download r equals to item view dot find your id dot r download vdn. Then expand btn equals to item view dot find your id expand expand VDN. And then guys, the last linear layouts, LLR equals to item view dot find view ID dot LLR semicolon LLS LS equals to item view. So guys, now we have given the reference for almost everything. Fine. So guys, now after that we are going to work inside the view holder part. So fine. So guys, now here inside this, if current user ID equals to UID, it means that it is sent as part. Okay, so here you have to simply write MTVR, that is already gone, MTVS, that is already MTV. So just remove this part of code. Okay, remove everything so it will be easy for me to explain you. MTVRS, ठीक है, सबसे पहले first of all write simply set visibility, that will be gone. Okay, then LL receiver, that will be gone because it is receiver side, set visibility gone. Okay, then file name s dot set text decode message dot decode message plus dot jpg. Okay, then ll lls dot set visibility visible. Okay, then mtvs dot set visibility gone. Okay guys, and you have to write this part of code inside if type dot equals to img. Okay, and then all this code will go inside it, and then else part if type dot equals txt ll s dot set visibility gone, then llr equals to set visibility gone dot set visibility gone, then mtvr dot set visibility gone, and then mtvs dot set visibility visible, then mtvs dot set text and a decode message. Okay guys, so just do not confuse in this complete coding part. I have shown you everything. Okay, so that's why I have not skipping any part of code. I'm doing everything in front of you. Okay, so now if the receiver's part will happen, so if the current user ID equals to ruid, it means that it is receiver side. Okay, so now here you just have to write that again if, or you can simply code copy that from the above. So now first of all you just have to mtv, you just have to replace s with r. Okay, you just have to make it r, make it r. Okay, so you just have to make it mtvs, mtvs, mtvr, mtvr. So now check it, mtvs means that message text view will be gone, lls will be gone, okay, file name r will be visible, and then llr will be visible, mtvr will be gone. Okay, now in the text part we will make it llr, I mean, yeah, it is correct. LLS gone, LLR gone, MTVR. So you just have to make it MTVS. Okay, MTVS gone, and MTVR will be visible. So here you have to make it R, MTVR, MTVR. Okay, visible. and in the last part you just have to write mtvr dot send message, mtvr dot decode message. Okay, so guys, this was complete coding for inside this message beholder, message vh. Okay, and now guys, inside it you have to create a method that will be a public void download status, and here you just have to pass a string key. Just have to simply write database reference download equals to firebase database dot get instance dot get reference, and the reference will be down download dot add value event listener, new value event listener. Okay guys, so now here after that you have to write if snapshot dot exist. So if snapshot dot has child, that is key. So what we will do, we will simply make it download r dot set visibility gone, dot set visibility gone. Okay, and then expand r dot set visibility visible. Okay guys, and else part will make it expand r dot set visibility gone. So guys, this was complete coding for this message beholder for now. Okay guys, so now we can, so finally we can now code inside the download r method. Okay, so message activity. So guys, here in this message activity here inside this yes, so now here you have to write download, sorry, first of all holder dot download r dot set on click listener dot new dot view on click listener. So whenever you click on the receiver image download btn, so what exactly we will do here, so you just have to simply open this method, save locally. Okay, and everything almost all the codes are available here. Yeah, so guys, you just have to copy from this 2000 handler code till this string path, control plus c, go above and paste it here. Everything will be same. Remove this. Okay guys, so let me see the errors. Move it. So guys, now here when the user will click on the download btn, so we will simply first of all create the path, then we will write the code for downloading image. Okay, there is no doubt in this part of coding. I think there should be no doubt. And yeah, when the image is downloaded successfully, so after guys, just if you want you can remove the handler in case. Okay, if you don't want then it's fine. So for here now you have to write image download dot child, and the child is going to be key that we generated here, then dot set value that is going to be url. Okay, so exactly this url, what is this url? This url is the download uri. Okay, and how exactly we are getting it, we are getting it from here. So it is the actual url of the image that is stored in storage. Okay, firebase storage. So don't get confused, everything is super simple. You just have to follow all the steps that I'm doing here. Okay guys, so now after that here you have to create this child image download. So I have already explained you that which reference it is. So it is a reference that I explained you in the beginning, that you have to create a real-time database reference here, image download, and here, and in the message vh we have the same reference, so we are checking. So if the image is already downloaded, so we will show the expand, you can see the complete download image button. Okay, and if it is you can say not downloaded, so we will show the download icon btn. So guys, this was the coding inside this download rbtn. Okay, now rest of the codes you have seen that you have to update the value in real-time database after doing that thing. And the codes will be same: slash storage emulated 0 download, then plus path, and then after that, and so guys, now when the image will be successfully downloaded, so instead of this you can, yeah, okay. So after that guys, we will use another handler, okay, that we will use for removing the URL after the download from the storage. Okay, so here again write handler equals to new handler, then semicolon handler dot post delete new runnable, then we will give it time 10 seconds. After 10 seconds this code will be implemented. Okay, so now after that you have to open this image act because we have the codes of deleting image from URL in this activity. Yeah, control plus C, control plus V. Okay guys, so you can see that message firebase storage get reference from URL delete add on complete listener. Here you have to make it message activity. So after 10 seconds, when the receiver will download the image and it is stored in their local storage successfully, we will remove that image from the storage. And on the completion, I mean, you just have to remove this stores message. Okay, and here you have to write that image download dot child, that is going to be key, and then dot set value. This time you will simply make it true. We will remove the URL. Okay guys, so I hope now you guys are understanding that what we are doing here. Okay, so now after this handler part of coding, and let me wrap all these things. So now load R. Actually, sorry, 1 minute. You know guys, this handler codes should be inside this download RBTN. Okay, it is not supposed to be outside that method. Okay, so uh, after this we have to add this one too. Okay, so this handler should not be outside that download RBTN codes, it should be inside it. Handler 2, just make it handler 2, just make it handler 2. Okay, fine guys, so now we have completed the codes with download R. Now we will handle that if the user will click on the download, if the sender will click on the set as download VDN, yeah, dot set on click listener, then new, then dot view on click listener. So guys, now here we need to create you can say